A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Muhammad Abdul-Kareem, and this will be the continuing reading of Tom Burrell's Brainwashed. So last off, we were on chapter number 3, which was titled Studs and Sluts. We're going to continue on where the reading is says, Skank by any other name. I ain't never had to pay a fare to ride a steamboat neither. I was a good-looking yellow gal in them days and rid free wherever I wanted to go. Aunt Charity Anderson, former slave. Singers Justin Timberlake and Ciara are talented young artists. Like LeBron, the entertainers would probably consider their music video love, sex, magic. Just a bit of youthful, erotic fun, no big deal, right? Wrong again. In the video, Ciara plays a sexual tease, gyrating, crawling on all fours, pole dancing, rubbing her body against the white singer and licking his face while he sits on a chair in a king-like position. In the opening sequence, Timberlake actually pulls a dog chain attached to Ciara's neck. Throughout the video, he repeatedly slaps the seductress' butt while she works her sex and magic. Timberlake seems to be the prototypical neo-massa. While performing a musical number during the Super Bowl halftime show in 2004, the singer ripped off a part of Janet Jackson's wardrobe, exposing her bare breasts to millions around the globe. The controversial stunt was timed to coincide with the last line of Timberlake's song, Rock Your Body. I'm gonna have you naked by the end of this song. The 21st century Jezebel as a butt jiggling, thong tossing, pole sliding gold digger is nearly as ambiguous as the UL symbol on all things electric. She's the lustful black woman with an insatiable sexual appetite who uses her body for money, vengeance, or power. She was Lisa Ray, the college student turned stripper, diamond in Players Club, the gyrating rear in almost all hip-hop videos, and the booty call centerfolds tucked within the pages of King and other magazines targeting black readers. Indeed, no music video seems complete without a Jezebel. She is the flesh and blood accessory akin to the flashy cars and ice-style jewelry worn by the rappers for whom she bumps and grinds. As Deborah Gray White comments in RNT, I am woman. RN, wonder what that's trying to say there. RNT. It's AR apostrophe N apostrophe T. Aren't I a woman? Guess that's what that's trying to say. Female slaves in the plantation South. One of the most prevalent images of black women in antebellum America was a person governed almost entirely by her libido, a Jezebel character. In every way, Jezebel was the counter image of the mid-19th century ideal of the Victorian lady. She did not lead men and children to God. Piety was foreign to her. She saw no advantage in prudery. Indeed, domesticity domesticity, domesticity paled in importance before matters of the flesh, perpetuating the whole persona. I know this to be true. If you can do certain sexual things better than another person, you tend to get treated better. You get more out of that person. Money, their time, their attention. I learned how their I learned how through patience, I learned how through practice and by watching a whole lot of movies. Layla. The Jezebel stereotype was used to excuse rape and justify the slave owner's carnal desires. After all, how could it be rape if the victim is property designed for seedy sexual indulgence? During the first half of the 20th century, the myth manifested itself in the form of everyday objects. From postcards to novelty items, today the depiction of black women as Jezebel-like whores continue, thanks in large part to best-selling black female rappers who probably have no clue that they're playing myth personified roles. That particular idea isn't mine. It was written by author Lori A. Tribbett Williams in her book Talking Loud, Saying Nothing, Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown caricatures of African American womanhood. Trina, Lil' Kim, and Foxy Brown are just a few of the black female rappers who have risen to the top of the charts by flaunting their sexuality under the guise of women empowerment. Much of their music did nothing more than perpetuate the Jezebel mythology and reinforce the idea that black women are hypersexual, one-dimensional playthings for a whole new generation. Wikimusicguide.com describes Trina in admirable, defiant tones. She turns the tables on the male, and I quote, turned the tables on the male-dominated genre with hits, singles, No Panties, and 69 Ways. Trina showed her real sexy and naughty personality, the website boasts. Allow me to decipher this color marketing lingo. Trina is just another rapping version of Jezebel. In case there's any doubt, here's a sample from 69 Ways. Open up my legs, put your head in between them, till I bust like lead from a heater. In a society that already considers black women as bitches and hoes, such validation should be considered treasonous. Together, the Jezebel and brute stereotypes reinforce the ageless idea that blacks are morally loose, culturally retarded, and sexually perverse. This is why we should not only care, but should care enough to change. To rap on rap. Our rap on our rap. I like being looked at like a sexual object. I had no problem with it. To me, that meant they were looking at me as someone who could satisfy, who could deliver sexually. Sometimes that was all they wanted from me, and I was cool with that. James, age 33. Vogue was turned into a whipping post, and rightly so, for its racially charged imagery. But the prime culprits for perpetuating these hypersexual images are heavily rotated music videos on networks like MTV and BET. The harmless fun crowd will also dismiss any damage caused by images of oversexed black video vixens by pointing to the sexually explicit acts of white female artists like Britney Spears or Lady Gaga. What they fail to know is that these singers are not linked to a past of sexual servitude. For every Lady Gaga, there are dozens of white female artists like Colby Kalat and Sheryl Crow, who add balance that's missing from the acts of black female artists who conform to the sex sells maxim. Also, even if rappers use the cop out, well, whites do it too. There are no corollary hardcore trainer type examples on the white roster. Regrettably, it's a genre black female rappers control. Most importantly, lewd white images do not add to the mental brainwashing inflicted on young African Americans. Consider the data released in the Rap on Rap report issued in April 2008, the same month as the King Kong Vogue cover. The Parents Televised the Parents Television Council, in partnership with the Enough is Enough campaign, analyzed a total of 3 weeks of content found on BET's Rap City and 106 in Park and MTV Sucker Free. When it came to sex, the report released shocking findings, including 746 sexual explicit scenes or lyrical references for any average of 27 instances per hour. 45% of the adult content in the music video was of a sexual nature, followed by explicit language at 29%, violence at 13%, drug use, sales by 9%, and other illegal activities by 3%. 103 vulgar slang references to sexual anatomy, the term gushy used to refer to women's lubricated vagina, in a 1 week period in March 2008. What the report didn't quantify was the vast majority of images accompanying the music of young, blinged out brutes and jingling Jezebels. Among the most played videos, for example, was the Trap Stars Click's Get It Big from their debut album Hood Depot. Surrounded by midriff bearing seductress, the flesh obsessed rap trio commands vibrate your body, make a player wanna cut, slang for have sex. Get It Big, however, pales in comparison to the borderline pornographic music videos including Pussy Poppin' by Ludacris, Wobble Wobble by the 504 Boys, or the infamous Till Drill video by Nelly, in which the St. Louis rapper swipes a credit card through the ample butt cheeks of bikini-clad video vixen White Chocolate. As for the butt swiping incident, Nelly, like LeBron, sidesteps the seriousness of his actions in an this is to the point. In an interview with FHM magazine, the rapper defended his brute-like behavior by equating it to a Hollywood Jezebel, subhanallah. Nelly, like LeBron, sidestepped the seriousness of his actions. In an interview with FHM magazine, the rapper defended his brute-like behavior by equating it to a Hollywood Jezebel-esque performance. Halle Berry can go on film and get the dog shit freaked out of her, and she wins an Oscar, Nelly said, referring to Berry's role in Monsters Ball. I swipe a credit card down the crack of a girl's butt, and I'm demoralizing women. Nelly, who has a teenage daughter, doesn't seem to recognize his duplicitous role as a demoralizer of black women for the next generation. Consider the entrepreneur's clothing line Apple Bottom, which we all know is a euphemism for a woman's perfect round ass. Nelly has found success marketing his jeans and other products to black consumers. Fair enough, I'm assuming they are old enough to make their own clothing decisions. But for what reason does Nelly market twill bubble shorts for toddlers, this too with the Apple Bottom logo embezzled across the butt? The straight answer, brainwashing. Perhaps we can take some comfort in the results from the Black Youth Project at the University of Chicago. In that study, 72% of black youth ages 15 to 25 agreed with the statement. Rap music videos contain too many references to sex. When broken down by groups, 66% of the young black women and 57% of young black men surveyed also agreed with the following statement. Rap music videos portray black women in bad and offensive ways. However, the effects of brainwashing were evident in the 44% of young black men surveyed who disagreed with the statement. Rap music videos portray black men in bad and offensive ways. One interview answered the question this way. When you're framed as being cool for being a player, steady getting money, sex, and power, what's there to disagree with? As evidence in the response of this young man and Nelly, it's obvious that the mental conditioning of so many of our unfortunate brethren does indeed run deep. When I was coming up, the media messaging told me that black men were overly sexual. I was glad that I had sexual prowess and that I could please women, because otherwise I would have felt like I didn't live up to what I was supposed to be. James. I'm going to stop there. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.